everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me again, Shaina Manatad, and today I am with my friend Miss Geraldine A. Yangarin, and we are going to talk about the novel 1984 by George Orwell. So if you're interested with this novel, stay tuned. You're probably here because you're really interested with the 1984 novel, or you're also one of the college students who are required to read about the 1984 novel. But consider yourself lucky because the 1984 will really give you many realizations about our government and our society. The 1984 is one of the finest works in the 20th century and continues to be read in the 21st century. It provides unparalleled insights into totalitarianism's nature, the use of language to control thought, the nature of fear and treachery is there. Orwell was afraid that the countries were growing closer to tyranny when he published the 1984. He was concerned that these regimes would begin to take away people's rights and liberties. So for you to be able to understand well about this story, let me read the summary of this novel. I have here with me my laptop and I have written here the summary of the 1984 novel. This summary is important because the 1984 is a really quite long novel and it would really take time if we read it chapter by chapter. So let's start. I am going to read this to you. Winston Smith is a low-ranking member of the ruling party in Oceania's capital, London. Winston is watched by the party through telescreen everywhere he goes, including his own house. Everywhere he looks, he sees the face of the party's supposedly omniscient leader, a person called Big Brother. Everything in Oceania is under the authority of the party, including the people's history and language. Currently, the party is enforcing the use of Newspeak, an artificial language designed to prevent political revolt by obliterating any terms associated with it. It is even unlawful to have rebellious ideas. In fact, such thought crime is the most terrible of all crimes. Winston is dissatisfied with the party's persecution and tight rule, which bans free thought, sex, and any display of individuality. When the story begins, Winston despises the party and has acquired a diary in which to write his criminal thoughts. Winston has also laid eyes on a strong party member called O'Brien, whom he suspects is a hidden Brotherhood member. The Brotherhood is a mysterious, legendary organization attempting to destroy the party. Winston is employed by the Ministry of Truth, where he modifies historical records to suit the party's demands. He observes a co-worker gazing at him, a gorgeous, dark-haired female, and fears he is an informant who will report him for his thought crime. Winston receives a message from the dark-haired girl named Julia that says, "I love you." They begin a secret relationship and always on alert for signals of the party's surveillance. They eventually rented an apartment above the second-hand store in the Pearl neighborhood where he purchased the diary. Winston is convinced that they will be apprehended and punished sooner or later, but Julia is more pragmatic and more hopeful. Winston's hate for the party gets stronger as his romance with Julia continues. He finally gets the message he's been waiting for. O'Brien wants to meet with him. Winston and Julia make their way to O'Brien's opulent residence. O'Brien lives a life of luxury that Winston can only fathom as a member of the strong inner party. Winston and Julia learn that O'Brien, like them, despises the party and that as a member of the Brotherhood, he fights against it. Winston and Julia are indoctrinated into the Brotherhood by him. Winston is given a copy of the Immanuel Gladstone book, The Brotherhood's Manifesto. In the room above the store, Winston reads Julia the book, which is a synthesis of many types of class-based 20th century social theory. But suddenly, police appear out of nowhere and capture them. The owner of the store, Mr. Charrington, is revealed to have been a member of the thought police all along. When Winston is taken away from Julia and transported to the Ministry of Love, he discovers that O'Brien, too, is a party agent who claims to be a member of the Brotherhood in order to trick Winston into openly rebelling against the party. Winston is tortured and brainwashed for months by O'Brien, who fights to resist. And finally, O'Brien sends him to the room 101, the ultimate punishment for anybody who defies the party. Wenson will be forced to confront his biggest fear, according to O'Brien. Wenson has had recurring dreams about the rats throughout the novel, and O'Brien now ties a cage full of rats to Wenson's head and prepares to let the rats devour his face. Wenson yells at O'Brien, asking for him to do it to Julia instead of him. Wenson had always been told by O'Brien that he needed to give up Julia for him to be sent out of that cell. Wenson is released to the outside world. His soul is already shattered. He encounters Julia, but he has lost his interest in her, and he has fully embraced the party and has grown to adore the big brother. So that was the end of the novel, and you can really tell that the party can really control us no matter how much we hate them at first. So now we are done with our summary. Let me give you a short background about George Orwell. George Orwell is a novelist, essayist, and critic best known for his work Animal Farm in 1984. He was a man with firm convictions who spoke out against nationalism, colonialism, and communism. George Orwell, the pen name of Eric Arthur Blair, was born on June 25, 1903 in Motihari, Bengal, where his father, Richard Blair, was employed as an opium agent in the Indian Civil Service, allegedly writing his first poem when he was 4 years old. He had written many books until his health became a hindrance for his final novel to be finished, the 1984 novel. He suffered a complete physical breakdown after completing a final draft of the end of the 1948. He was admitted to the nursing home in the Cotswold where he was diagnosed with advanced tuberculosis. The novel's international popularity came too late for its author when it was released in June 1949. In September, he was admitted to the University College Hospital where he died on January 21, 1950 at the age of 46.
So hi, I am Geraldine A. Youngerin. What is the Newspeak in the novel? How does it perpetrate the power and influence of Big Brother and those who resist his government? So, Newspeak in the novel 1984 is the language used in Estonia that is divided in 3 different classes. This is the most effective method in order the party to predominate the population's mind. There are some words that are eliminated or abolished as the Newspeak eliminates the undesirable words by the government. The party controls the population and ensures that the people cannot contradict or oppose them. The people were brainwashed and manipulated into thinking by not providing words expressing their wrong deeds. Individuals who resist the government are given a punishment. The thought police has unlimited power to enforce the party's views and ideologies, and if anything goes against these ideologies, or is not in line with the party's views, they are classed as illegal. So here are some vocabulary words used in Newspeak. First, we have the word doublethink. It is the act of simultaneously accepting as correct 2 mutually contradictory beliefs, often in distinct social contexts. It is related to but distinct from hypocrisy and neutrality. Its opposite is cognitive dissonance, where the 2 beliefs cause conflict in one's mind. The 3 slogans of the party, which are the obvious examples of doublethink, are war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. If I compare it today, if I say police officers have guns so they can protect us, but we can't trust them to fully protect us because they may do a crime. And that is an example of doublethink. Next, we have the word thought crime. It is thinking something contrary to what the party has decreed to be true is a crime, and then convincing people that its revelation was inevitable, which is a chilling, terrifying idea that requires people to self-edit their thoughts. Today, many other places have criminal defamation laws. This covers a criminal penalty for defaming someone or telling a lie, but they can and are often used to prosecute journalists who are simply revealing negative facts about people in power. Then we have the word telescreens. In the novel, nearly all public and private places have large TV screens that broadcast government propaganda, news, and approved entertainment. But there are also two-way monitors that spy on citizens' private lives. The best example for today's telescreens are websites like Facebook's. It tracks our likes and dislikes, and governments and private individuals hack into our computers and find out what they want to know. Then there are the ever-present surveillance cameras, or known as CCTV, that spy on the average person as they go on about their daily routine. Lastly, we have the word speak right. It is an instrument used by party members to note or write down information by speaking into an apparatus as a faster alternative to an ink pencil. It is used of the Ministry of Truth by the protagonist Winston Smith. As a member of minor ruling party in Oceania, Winston would speak into this device, and the device would comprehend and record what he is saying. The problem with the speak right is that it operates under only one language, which is the Newspeak. In today's contemporary world, the equivalent of speak right is the technology like cell phones, where we can record what we are saying. So those are some of the words from Newspeak in the novel 1984. 1984 is a must-read for language majors, I think, because the novel involves language usage, which is the Newspeak. It also shows that language is of central importance to behavior control. The major proposition is that if control of language were centralized in a state, then the possibility of rebellion or disobedience would be eliminated. The novel 1984 is a beautiful example of how writing is a form of communication that can stand the test of time. For me, 1984 is the best novel that I've ever read because of its relevance to today's society. The plot of the story seems like a prediction to the future. It also reflects the political issues and governments today.
I hope you enjoy watching our video and learn a lot from us, because it is important to enjoy while you learn. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.